everyone, welcome back to part 2 of the catalog launch for the 2022-2023 annual catalog with Stampin' Up. We've gone through stamp sets, we've gone through some of the paper but not all of it. So let's start with our colors. If you're not familiar, we get 5 new colors every year. So we're working with a total of 10 in colors. So we still have the ones for 2021 to 2023. These 5 will retire next year. And those are Polished Pink, Pale Papaya, Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, and Fresh Freesia. This year we retired the 5 from 2 years ago, brought in Sweet Sorbet, Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide, Starry Sky, and Orchid Oasis. And these are real tropical colors for me. I really love them. And again, if you're not familiar, we have our colors come in collections. So we have our in-color collection. Then we have our brights, and there are 10 colors in each of the collections. So we have our brights, our neutrals, our regals, our subtles, and then we have our basic collection, which is our very vanilla, our basic white, bronze and ivories, basic black, and our color lifters. All of these, for the most part, all of these colors will come in our cardstock. They will be featured in various combinations in all of our designer series paper, or otherwise known in the business as DSP. Also coordinates with all of our ink stamp pads, our Stampin' Blend markers, our Stampin' Write markers, which the Stampin' Blends are an alcohol-based, the Stampin' Write are a water-based. You might be familiar with Marvy markers and that. They are the same concept, but they will coordinate with everything in our catalog. I really love that part. We also offer storage solutions for organizing your stamp pads, your markers, your refills, your ribbons, your embellishments, even your cut and emboss machine. We offer the Stampin' Write markers individually within the color families. You can buy them as one big collection, all of 40 of our basic colors in one collection, plus get the Stampin' Write markers and the in-color markers like this are sold in their color family. So these are the 5 markers for the 2021 to 2023, and these are the markers for the brand new ones for 2022 to 2024. So you can get those in the collection sets as well. We offer a wide variety of adhesives. Nothing new this year, but you can't go wrong with adding adhesives to any order. We have artistic decorative masks, which I had the ones, these are in our catalog that expires in June, our January to June mini catalog. And so these are the butterflies and flowers masks. We also have now the decorative mix, which has some larger cutouts like a ticket window, more of a, maybe a bohemian theme. We have plaid, and we have a trellis type here. So that's our new artistic masks, and there are 5 masks for $10. Then we get into our papers, and we have our Abigail Rose. And I thought I had Abigail Rose, but I must have just labeled it. And it's highly possible that that's what I did, was just labeled what I had. I was labeling my paper keepers is what I was doing, but I don't think Abigail Rose was one that I could pre-order. Then we have the Ocean Beauty. This is a gorgeous, almost like a watercolor effect. And the images, Butterfly Kisses. The Happy Forest Friends, and you'll notice some of these were in the suites that we talked about in video part 1. He's the Man, we went through those with that suite. Hues of Happiness. Lovely in Linens. These are like, think of like flower sack, vintage flower sack prints. Perfectly Penciled. We did not look at that one. I have that one here. And this is basically just a black and white. Now, if you remember that stamp set that I told you about that had the really nice script, it would be perfect with this set of papers. So we have this one and that print, and I don't know why I cut them out differently, so I'm just going to do them this way. Got this, and these are perfect. You can leave them black and white. You can go in with the watercolor pencils. You can go in with the markers, the Stampin' Blends, however you want to do them, and add a hint of color. And we'll be playing with these in the coming weeks. So that is the Perfectly Penned. Then we have the Pretty Prints. These are like the, what was the blue one? My mind went blank. Sun Prints. This is similar to Sun Prints, but in a different color combination. So we have probably shaded spruce there. This is more of our Calypso Coral. Same kind of prints, just a totally different color scheme. That whole dandelion and fern effect. And there it is in the gorgeous grape. And in Bermuda Bay, or Calypso Coral. I think it's Bermuda Bay. So we have that one. Then we talked about the Sun Prints in the blues and the slate grays. Tea Boutique, showed you that one when we talked about that suite. Textured Chic, this is what we call our specialty designer series paper. You get same number of sheets, but at a slightly higher price because they have foiling and that kind of thing. It's a heavier paper, that kind of thing. So you'll get 2 of each of the 6 double-sided. Then we have the in colors, and I have those handy. And these show off our new in colors for 2022-2024. So we have this and this, plaid. Here's our Parakeet Party. Each color has the same 2 patterns. A floral, backed by a stripe. The plaid, backed by the dot. And here we have the Tahitian Tide. Our Sweet Sorbet. And I got a couple of those extras in here. And what am I missing? There should be 5 there. 1, 2, yeah, and there's our Orchid Oasis, Parakeet Party, and the Starry Night. Or Starry Sky, rather. So that's the new in colors. Then we have 6x6 in our General Designer Series paper, and I thought I had that one laying over here. I must have moved it back over to the other table because I'm not seeing it anywhere. But I also have these, and these just coordinate with, there's 40 sheets of 6x6, 2 each double-sided in 10 of the colors from our general collections. And so see the colors on 122 and 123. So let's back up here. And so it'll be a variety of these colors from our color families. And then we have a host set. Now this is available for you to purchase with host rewards. When you have a class or a party of $150 or more, you receive 10% in host rewards. And you could pick up this set from with your host rewards. 48 sheets, 12 by 12, exclusive only to the host set. They've added new craft note cards and envelopes this year. We have these. I showed you these. These were the vellum overlays. The in 2022-2024 in color glimmer paper, and it's an ombre effect. So here's our Sweet Sorbet. Here's our Parakeet Party. Whoops, I skipped one. There's our Tahitian Tide. I think that's Orchid Oasis, and somewhere in here there should be another one. And I think this one's a star. This is the Orchid Oasis, and this is the Starry Sky. And they look the same. They're in here, I promise. But you get all 5 colors, 4 each, 6x6 of the 5 colors of the glimmer paper. Okay? And then we have brush stroke, and this is really pretty. You only get 3 sheets, 12 by 12 for $5, but they remind me of wallpaper. Aren't those pretty? They come in Blushing Bride, Soft Succulent, and Night of Navy. Those are so pretty. I don't have the Distressed Gold, but this is going to be another real pretty one to work with. Then we have some embellishments, and I hope, I may have put them away. I didn't think I had, but I may have. So this is what happens when I don't get to do my video all at once and have to go back and do everything, because I'd put stuff away. Okay, so we have, these are our glossy dot assortments, and these are, let me flip over here, they're over here. Number 3, these are our glossy dots. You get a 4mm, a 5mm, a 6mm in Gorgeous Grape, Melon Mambo, Daffodil Delight, and Pool Party. So those are new. Then I'm going to backtrack over here a minute. You get the 2022-2024 in colors in the matte decorative dots. There are 150 ombres. It's in the 5 colors, 3mm and 5mm. There is also resin florals in Calypso Coral, Crush Curry, Fresh Freesia, Starry Sky, and Parakeet Party. Just love Parakeet Party. We also have a variety of sequins. They come in 3 color groups, blue, green, and pink. There are 20 grams per container in 2 to 6 military, 2 to 6 millimeter. We have the iridescent pearl basic jewels, and I don't have any of those in yet. And then here are the shaker domes for the vintage bottle. Then we have over here spring trinkets. I love these. We also have flower trinkets in brass, champagne, and silver. We have our butterflies carried over from the January to June mini catalog. We have the in color opal rounds, and these are super, super pretty. These are for the 2021-2023, which means you have Just Jade, Soft Succulent, Fresh Freesia, Pink, and Pale Papaya. We also have the Faceted Gems. I've not picked these up yet. And then we have, what else do we have? We have something new, Glossy Dots assortment, which I thought I had here, apparently not. But then we also have our effervescent elements, and look at those, aren't those pretty? And those are all of our new elements to decorate your cards and add a bit of bling all the way around. Heart pearls are also new this year. Oh, and the effervescent elements. Now, we talked about the bottle domes for making shakers. Think about a floral arrangement with the colored marbles in the bottom of your vase. That's what these do. There are approximately 2,300 pieces in 2.5mm and 4mm in this container. And you could color these with your alcohol markers, adding a little bit of ink to those. Okay, then we have ribbons. Now, I do not have a lot of the ribbons. In fact, I think I only have one new one. The twines for the in color. For the 2022-2024 in color, I bought the Baker's twine. I have a lot of the others. The other one that's going to be cool is this natural finish ribbon. This was the one that they had stamped on in that first video that I showed you. Okay. Then if you get back here to Punch Party, you'll see which of our stamp sets have coordinating punches. And remember, buy at the bundle, save yourself 10%. And then you get to see all of our other punches that are available. New this year is this decorative circle, and this is going to coordinate with one of our card kits. Okay, 2 new things this year that I'm really excited about. Number 1 is we now have magnetic plates for our Stampin' Cut emboss machines. Both sizes. Love that. And then it'll take you back into the catalog where our bundles are at. Shows you our dies. Now there's one I'm going to point out in here. I haven't passed it already. Stylish Shapes. Now this is a great collection of dies to have. But if you have been a Stampin' Up! Customer several years, you may have our stitch squares. You may have our circles and our stitch circles. So you may not need to buy this unless you want the banners. These are not stitched, they're just traditional size shapes, but you will have those if you've been around a while and have those sets of dies. So something to check your stash and see what you have before you purchase something, and purchase something that you don't already have that you want to play with. I am loving the sequence dies, and this one is on my list. There are 7 dies. The largest die is for a 2x2 inch sequin, and it will do 5 different sizes of sequins. And it says, see these dies in use on page 61. I did not see that, so let's flip back really quick. Ah, here they are. They punched them out in the cardstocks and used them as bling on this Hooray card. Super cute idea. So, you know, now you can have sequins to coordinate with the items, with the other colors in your project. I think that is just awesome. Okay, there was one other thing I wanted to, and I skipped it. I want to go back here to adhesives and point out adhesives really quick. I guess it wasn't adhesives, it's our masking sheets. Masking paper, if you've done where you've stamped an item and then you've stamped it on a piece of Post-it so that you could cover up your image and then stamp around it to create your background, this will let you do that. You can create without having to use a Post-it note. You'll have the entire image that you can die cut it out, lay it on top, or punch it out, or fussy cut it, whatever you need to do. Lay it on, stamp your image, lay that down, and then stamp your background so it makes it look like your background was done first. And I really like that. So that is also new this year, and I think it's going to be a great idea. Okay, that does it for the walkthrough through the catalog. Did you see something that you can't live without? I don't know about you, but there's always stuff in the Stampin' Up! Catalog I can't live without. So I'm looking forward to trying not to order everything at once. I had the pre-order, and we're going to make sure we play with those pre-order items before I get too involved in ordering anything else. Because if you go in and you order everything at once, chances are you're only going to play with 50% of it. So what I suggest is looking at either a suite and starting there, or a suite and then another bundle that might work with the suite that you purchased. Start small and build your way up. And as I said, if you want to order $150 worth of product, there will be a host code down below and on the blog that you can, if you order $150 in product before tax and shipping, don't use the host code. Let me help you set it up as your own personal class or party and take the hostess rewards as well. So that's going to do it for me today for part 2. I will be back here tomorrow with a planner video. Should have the video for Friday, but there probably is not going to be a Saturday video, just because I've had some computer issues. So if there's no Friday video, you'll understand it was a computer glitch between now and then. I don't know if it's my phone or if it's my computer, but they're not always wanting to talk together. And it's really stressed me out, making it hard for me to get the things done that I need to do before I leave for a writer's meeting on Thursday. And I'm going to be out of town all weekend. Bob's going to be holding down the fort. So hang in there with me. We'll see what happens. And in the meantime, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and creative blessings.